Good morning. Today is the 7th of December 2022. Today will be a little bit more low key again, and it's actually going to be, I was going to say it's going to be covering a different topic, but it's the same topic, just a different flavor. It's the HAES community, the health at every size. I'm not 100% sure if they are aware that there's a television program out there called My 600 Pound Life. If the health at every size considers these people healthy, there's no there's no help for them or for me for that matter, because what I see are a bunch of ill people, unhealthy people struggling to use a toilet, struggling to stand, struggling even to eat. Oh my God, really? That's healthy? Okay. Like, we just, no offense, no shade, we just have a different opinion of what health is. I'm unhealthy and yet I can do some stuff. It is what it is. What evoked today's subject matter, apart from I'm just not doing so well, and I was going to bang on about why I'm not doing so well, but you guys already know what I'm not doing so well. And lately, it's been the carpal tunnel, which has actually been my problem. On top of everything else, there's that, and that is this winter is having much more effect on my ability to get around. That said, for distraction purposes, I was checking out some videos, which I have some YouTube channels, whatnot, that I haven't checked in a while. I've been actually concentrating a lot more on current events, politics, that kind of stuff. Uh, I needed a break, so I tuned into a channel which I sometimes look into every once in a while. And I think I've mentioned it before. I do not check on her channel in particular. I check on the reaction channels to her channel because I find her not just boring, but irritating even. So yeah, I'm a hate watcher, technically, but actually I'm not, because I won't watch her channel per se. I will only watch reaction channels to her channel, so we can hate in unison. It is what it is. She, little background, she's the one who's like 500 pounds and she's been struggling to lose weight since she started her channel, and sometimes she gives up, sometimes she doesn't. She has a very strange opinion of health. And the only thing that she got going for her from this humble narrator's point of view is that she's not a health at every size proponent, which is good for her. It's unfortunate that she has these struggles. At least she shares it, like I said, and I appreciate that she shares it because it gives you insight into the mind of someone who is struggling with the binge eating disorder. Am I allowed to say that on camera? Well, for all of my limited viewers, I think you could handle it. She had and on her latest uh, output, she got herself this hula hoop, which has a weight on the end, and you rotate. It's a hula hoop. You rotate, you swing the ball around, you lose weight. I couldn't help thinking of those weird things from the 30s to the 50s, where they had those real steam in contraptions where you sat in them and you steamed the fat away, or you put on these contraptions around your waist while you're watching television, whatever you're doing, eating, and it shakes and that supposedly loses your weight, which has been debunked by science and scientists and biologists and anyone. So I thought they were a thing of the past, and now they've resurfaced in this weird hula hoop. You know what though? It's okay. I mean, it's obviously okay. Like, you do you, I'll do me. my point, like I'll take my exercise through the walking, even though it aggravates my condition. I just can't see. Well, actually, I can't because I can't stand and do stuff like that. But anyways, I actually can't do it. My point is this: she was doing. She strapped it on, which was interesting. It's supposed to fit around the waist. She could only fit it under her above the waist. Let's put it that way. And even then, she was bemoaning. I guess it was on the. I guess it has a adjustable waist. And even then, she was complaining. But oh, this hurts. This hurts. Okay, like poor you. I get it that like you're pretty big. I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess it hurts, but yeah, I know back in the day, yeah, it did hurt doing up my pants. So I went to a funeral where I couldn't even do up my pants, and it was held up by my belt. So I get it. Like, having a something around your waist when you're that girth isn't pleasant. That said, at least she strapped it on. For lack of a better word, don't take that the wrong way. I just mean she put it on. Okay, there we go. That's a little less controversial. So she puts this on, and she starts doing the rotation. And it's interesting, like, I would have imagined that the trick, I guess the weight is on some kind of ball bearings, and it, by the motion of your body, will swing the weight. That's how I would have assumed it was set up. She doesn't. She takes it and throws it like a baseball for it to get some momentum, for her to start doing her rotating. And it's interesting because she can kind of do it, but whoa. Like, if you were to see her, it's actually weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. If you're old enough to know what I'm talking about, they were these strange top kind of things that were really weighted at the bottom. And it wasn't just turning, which is what you do with the hula hoop. It was rotating, like, you know what I mean? And that's what she was doing. She could not swing her waist enough to get momentum for this weight. She had to, it was bizarre. It was like we will wobble, you can't fall down, or a top in any circumstance that's at the end of its kinetic energy. Just before it falls down, it's very lopsided. That's you amused me, okay? Like, it was very amusing to watch. And don't get me wrong, I actually, for her, I give her kudos for at least doing some exercise. My point is, she did maybe 4 or 5 rotations, and she ended it by going, wow, 4 or 5 rotations? Okay, like, I mean, if that's not an eye-opener to this health at every size is very conjecture. What's the word? It's very in the eye of the beholder. Because if you just do, that's like me walking to the sink and back and being out of breath. To me, like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But that's okay. I don't need to get it. Like, I was amused by watching her carry on. But it just got me thinking about this health at every size and how they really believe that that's healthy, or that the people on my 600 pounds are healthy. I don't know. When you sit on a toilet, if you know the episode I'm referring to, if you sit on a toilet and break it, you have a weight problem and inevitably a health problem. But that's just me. Like, that's what's going on behind the badge. I needed a distraction from what I'm going through, which is not so great. Anyways, I hope you guys have a very good rest of the day. I will talk to you guys later.